It was 1984. I was a young 20-year-old white, overprivileged kid who'd grown up in the northern suburbs of Johannesburg. I was asked by Toastmasters to run a course for Rotary Exchange students who were going to go out of the country at the end of 1984 and go around the world, and they had to learn how to speak in public to defend the South Africa of the 1980s. I booked out a camp at Krugersdorp Game Park, and I drove the lead vehicle of 3 vehicles. And as we got to the gate, the gatekeeper, without so much as getting out of his chair, looked through the windows of my vehicle and turned to me and he said, "No blacks allowed. Get out of here now." As a white, overprivileged 20-year-old from the northern suburbs of Johannesburg, that was my first experience of overt racism. I knew we had to do something to change our society, to change our world, and to change the space in which we lived. But I didn't know what it was. So we fast forward 6 years to the 11th of February 1990 at 4 p.m. Nelson Mandela walked free from jail. On the 11th of February 1990 at 4 p.m., I got married. Some said Madiba left jail and I went into it. Many people have influenced my life. My wife, Nelson Mandela, and particularly Mandela's approach to people and to harmony and to creating harmony in this world. But I've also had many places in the world that influenced me. And one of those is Jerusalem. It's a melting pot of societies. It's a melting pot of religions. It's not perfect. Okay, it's not a perfect country. It may be the only democracy in the Middle East, but it's not a perfect place. But when you go there and you walk along the stone streets and you climb the stone steps and you see the stone walls and you see the signs on the walls that depict all these places that are of importance to all these world religions, those signs are in Hebrew, in Arabic, and in English. Wouldn't it be wonderful if our world could just be as simple as that? And I've been searching for the last 33 years to try and work out how we move towards a place of diversity and harmony. And those stone steps in Jerusalem were my inspiration, because I believe that if we can climb those steps, we can elevate ourselves, our people, and our country. And what does that mean? We start with a C at the bottom on the lowest rung, and we communicate, and we talk to our community, and we challenge each other to create a community. And then we contemplate, we rest, we step back because we've got this journey. Some religions call that the Sabbath. Stephen Covey calls it sharpening the saw. It doesn't matter. We need that time to step back and reflect. And then we get to the L. We've taken the first step, and that is to look and to listen and to like the people around us and hopefully love them. And as leaders, we have to keep reminding everyone around us that's what they need to do. And then we get up the next step to the I, and we have to inspire people. As leaders in organizations, whatever it is, we need to inspire people to keep moving. And then we take the next step, and then we mentor them and motivate them and move them. And then we get up to the top step, and you know what we realize? There's still another staircase to climb. But when we get to that step, it's the B. We start building up. We build up the people around us. We build up our relationships. But in order to do that, we have to break down. We have to break down the walls that separate us. We have to break down the bias that people show. And if we can do that, we can build up. We can build up ourselves. We can build up our families. We can build up our communities. We can build up our country. And we can build up the world to a place of diversity and harmony. Thank you.